Good morning and welcome to Wednesday with the Experts。大家早上好，欢迎来到我们星期三专谈。新的一年 ，a new year，but we still have the same person。我们有一样的这个心理学家，我们的大维娜 ，our Darwina。So let's get say hi to her，让我们跟她打招呼。Hi Darwina，Darwina 你
Hello.
好。
Hello. I'm glad it's the same person. A
Yes, same
better person.
person.
Yeah, a
Yes.
better me this
Yes.
year.
But same question again. What are we going to talk about? 我们今天要讲什么呢？
Yeah, so it's my first time seeing you in 2023,
Yeah.
right? So
Yes.
happy new year. And I hope your new year is going, really good so far. But I'm also curious, Alvin, how did you welcome your 2023?
所以戴娜说，就是这一个视频是我们2023年第一次见面。他希望我这个新年过得很好，问我一下我怎样欢迎这个2023年。So how did I welcome 2023? I think it was a very simple kind of affair because I recently moved into my new place. 我最近搬进了我的新家，所以我的太太的父母和家人过来。I had my in-laws come over。And then we just
Wow.
had a little meal， 我们有一个聚餐，然后一起倒数到这个2023年 ，and then we count down to 2023. What about you, Darwina? Darwina 你呢？
You know what? I think it's amazing. So congratulations on new house and everything. Must be so exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah, so even for me, this was a little bit special because it's my first time I spent it overseas. So I was in Pattaya over in Thailand over the New Year's, and I spent it with a whole lot of Thais because I was over at one of their biggest New Year countdown party at Bali Pier. So the fireworks was amazing, and I can feel everyone was just more than happy, to celebrate the good year ahead. Especially when we've gone through really terrible, 2 to 3 years of terrible situations where we're going through COVID. So I think we are just, ready to move forward.
Yeah. 所以戴安娜说，他过了新年的方式也是有点特别，就是在国外过这个新年，他在泰国的芭达雅过新年，跟很多泰国人一起过新年，他就是到这个倒数活动了，在这个巴黎 Pier 那边，他看了烟花很美，还有他感受到每个人很开心，要有多一个新年了，因为我们2、3年前都是过了这个有这个冠状病毒疫情的这个限制。这一年像是说要有一个新的开始一样，这些限制也是解开了。Like what you mentioned, this year actually really feels like a really normal year because like you feel like all these restrictions have been let away and like reduced. I think this feeling that you had in Pattaya, 你在这个 Pattaya 的这个心情 I actually feel it in Singapore as well. 在新加坡也是有一样的感受。I think it's something that we all this COVID-19 situation that happened， 这个冠状病毒的这个情况，是我们不能忘掉的啦。It's something that we never forget 啦。And I think it's now that we're all ready to move forward and move on。现在我们每个人都准备好了要前进，有一个新的开始。
Yeah, exactly right. So it's the same pandemic that has taught us the importance of good immunity, our mental health, our physical fitness. And now, if you look around you, right, many of us are actually prioritizing our health over other aspects. And definitely it's not something that we can achieve over a few days.
Yeah.
It requires consistency and discipline, dedication. So today, I'm going to be sharing with our viewers, all our viewers out there, on the best resolutions for your mental health, your physical health, and everything in between.
就是戴娜说的是我们说的对，因为这个一样的这个疫情教了我们对于我们精神上的健康、我们的免疫力、我们这个身体的这个活动量，这些都很重要。因为我们看看现在每个人对于这些都比较关注了，这就不是我们1-2天能达到的，需要我们日常的去训练，要有这个恒心去做。所以今天大卫呢要跟我们分享的就是我们这个新年的这个意愿就是开始一个新的一年， 我们要怎样去对于自己接下来这一年有什么期望，有什么有什么目标要去达到。You know, you talk about a resolution, but what is it exactly? And why do people have them? 我们对这个新年有期望，可是这个期望是什么来的？为什么每个人都会有一个期望呢？
So resolutions are something that you promise yourself. You want to start doing something good, or you want to stop doing something bad, or habit, in terms of bad habits in the new year ahead. So people have them because, a new year seems like, a very good opportunity for someone to start anew. So they can have, a new goal in mind. So it's very common, I think, about when there was an interview done in the US, at least 40% of people have resolutions. So the question is, do we fall? All of us fall in that 40% in Singapore. So here are 4 tips that I wish to share with all of you today.
所以戴娜说的就是对我们这个期望是可能在新的一年我们要答应自己要这一年要做到，可能是开始做新的这个习惯，比较好的习惯，或阻止自己做不好的习惯，继续不好的习惯。我们每个人都会有，因为新年像是一个新的开始，让我们有一个新的开始，一个新的这个一点来去达到目标。就是在美国，大概48%的人都会有这个期望。说你们是48%里面的人吗？还有怎样去有这个期望呢？还有什么要记得呢？大卫那有4个提示，让我们跟我们分享。You have 4 tips to share 吧 So let's begin. 我们开始吧。
So the first one would be to avoid fad diets, diets that are trending. So most of the time, right, if you ask anybody what would be their New Year resolution, right, you will hear them saying that they want to lose weight, I want to fit my clothes better. So there's so many diets out there that can make you lose weight in a very short period of time, but it is so unsustainable in the long term. After a while, people find out that, they develop nutritional deficiencies, they feel weak, they feel tired, they are very dehydrated, not enough water in them. And some of them even go through mood swings, even their hormonal status has changed and it causes them to have mood swings. So the best way forward is to be patient in losing weight over a period of time healthily, and by adding fiber, protein, and other necessary essentials, nutrients when it comes to exercise, when it comes to their diet and exercising regularly.
所以我们第2个提示是避免那些比较流行的这个节食方法来去减低我们的重量因为大多数的时间我们问朋友说，你们今年有什么期望呢？他们会讲我们要减肥，而且外面会有很多这些比较流行的这些饮食方法或节食方法啦。所以可是这些大致上来说，长期不是很管用，而且会对我们身体带来一些影响，不好的影响，可能是我们这个缺水啦，或我们这个情绪不稳定，这些也是一些这个副作用。所以最重要的就是要减肥或有一个比较健康的这个体重，我们要比较有耐心一点，食物要吃的均衡，运动要做的这个比较日常一点点。所以这个是我们第1个提示 This is our first tip. Let's move on to our second one. 我们去听听我们第2个。
So the second one would to stay stress-free. So a lot of people, right, they do not know that people put on weight due to high levels of stress over a period of time. So stress can force you to binge eat, and you're not so mindful about your food portion. So sometimes some people even skip meals because they're too busy, they have no appetite, and then what happens? You overcompensate. The next meal you overeat, and you eat more than all your other usual time, right? To try to keep away from things or from people that makes you feel very stressed. or make you feel very stressful, right? So it is best that you enjoy a peace of mind so that you can avoid that stress eating as well.
所以我们第二个提示是减低压力，因为我们这个压力会导致我们的这个增肥啦，我们的体重上升。因为有些方式是可能我们会暴饮暴食，没有去关注我们吃的这个分量。第二个可能比较有压力的时候，我们的这个餐我们不会吃，可是到了可能午餐不吃，到了晚餐吃多一点，而我们吃太多。而且，所以这个两个原因很重要，我们要对于自己这个压力的程度有一点了解，这样，所以要减低压力，这样一来也会帮助我们，对于我们这个减低体重的这个期望有一点帮助，这样好吗？所以我们现在去看看我们第三个提示 ，Let's move on to our third tip. Yes.
So the third tip is to reduce screen time. I know in this modern time, right, it's so difficult to stay away from our handphones, laptops, or our tablets. We also have something that we call the doom scrolling. When you're on TikTok, you just scroll and scroll, and before you know it, hours have passed on. So we spend so many hours, on our gadgets while already at work. 8 hours of that, and then we continue on our gadgets after work as well. So it is definitely something that ought to be changed. Maybe 2023 will be the year where you spend little time on your gadgets and instead spend time with the people you love and you care for. So this will not only strengthen relationships, but also declutter your mind and also give you that peace of mind that we are searching for when we don't want to feel stressed as well.
OK，所以我们第三个提示就是可能看这个荧幕的时间要减低，因为这个我们这一代比较难，因为做工要看我们的电脑啦，可能有时也是要看电话，可是有时我们做工过后回家还是在看我们的手机，所以这一定是一个方面我们能改变的啦，因为看太久了，有时也是不太好，对我们眼睛不好。所以2023年可能是一年，你们可以对于这个做一点点改变，因为我们不在手机、不在看荧幕的时候，能把这个时间花费在我们的跟家庭朋友们聊天、建立感情的这个方面，好吗？也会帮助我们没有那么有压力啦，因为我们能放松多一点点。所以这个是第三个提示 ，This is our third tip. And now let us move on to our fourth one. 我们第四个提示。
So our fourth tip would be to pick up a new hobby. Okay. So what we can observe is that people no longer spend time on their hobbies anymore because you get busy with family and work responsibilities. So maybe 2023 will be the year where you pursue a hobby that you've always loved. You always look through courses that can improve your knowledge on things you're passionate about. So it can be things like writing, gardening, sketching. It can be a long list, but most important, get started in 2023.
我们第四个提示就是开始一个新的这个喜好，或继续你们旧的喜好 ，pick up a new hobby or continue some hobby that you probably left behind, right? 我们就是发现有很多朋友们就是因为现在比较忙，做工啦、家庭啦，这个责任比较多了，就没有时间去给我们的喜好一点时间去继续去发展我们的喜好。可2023年可能是一年，你们可以隔着一点时间，让你们去关注你们的喜好，继续去发展你们的喜好，因为这是很好的，能帮助我们这个减低压力，也是 It can also help reduce stress, right? These are the 4 tips you have already. 这是我们4个不同的提示。可是我听说大卫那有多一个提示给我们。I heard that you have one more bonus tip for us. So let's move on to the bonus tip. 我们去听听看我们多一个提示。
Yeah, sorry. I was just thinking also, this is a bonus because I feel it is something that is available for us, but we don't we don't utilize or take advantage of that. So one tip I want to extra share with you guys would be to get outside more. Okay, I know Singapore is very hot, and we like to tend to stay indoors where there's air conditioner and it's more comfortable indoors. But try to get out of the house more often because you can get some sun. Sun is a good source of vitamin D, which is very nutritious for our skin and our body. On the other hand, Singapore is such a very beautiful concrete jungle where we have a balance of buildings, we have a balance of nature. So we found that, there's more research pushing for ecotherapy, okay? Because it acknowledges that greenery, flowers have a range of mental health benefits for people. So because it induces relaxation and people have less anxiety when they're surrounded by nature. So it's good for us to get out of there. Our brain likes it when we are in nature as well. You also improve cognitive capabilities such as focus, memory. So I think it's bonus. Everyone, get outside more, and please lather some sunblock as well to help with UV rays. Okay, so put on your sunblock and get out there.
我们最后一个提示，特别的提示就是，我们可以出去多一点，不要每天都待在家里。我们知道新加坡会有一点热了，可是我们出去会有一点这个太阳有这个 vitamin D， 对我们身体很好。而且新加坡是这么美丽的地方，有这个花草树木啦，而且我们的这些建筑都很漂亮。这是出去看新的地方，去找新的东西，去有新的经验，这些都很重要。而且有多的这个研究说了，我们出去看看花草树木，对于我们这个身心很好，会帮助我们放松，减低我们的压力，还有我们这个压力，还有我们比较紧张的这个情绪啦。还有我们出去散步的时候，看看花草树木，看看美丽的景色，也会帮助我们的大脑可能集中，还有我们的记忆力都会进步，好吗？所以这就是我们5个不同的提示。These are the 5 different tips that we have for today. Some little tips that you can start setting your resolutions for this year. 小小的提示帮助我们设下对今年的这个期望，好吗？我们去看看一个总结的这个 slide. Let's go and see a summary slide and see what we have learned today. 看看我们今天学到了什么。欢迎回来 ，Welcome back. I hope all of you have some tips to actually start setting our New Year resolution. 开始设下我们新年的这个期望，不是华人新年啊 ，not Chinese New Year 啊，our normal New Year， 我们普通1月1号的这个新年，好吗？我们再次要感谢Darwina。Once again, you want to thank Darwina. 谢谢Darwina, thank you Darwina.
Yay!
Okay, and also I hope all you had a very good New Year. 希望你们每一位都有一个美好的这个新年。Okay, I'll see you all again. 我们再一次见面，谢谢你们 ，Thank you so much， 再见了，拜拜，
拜拜。